Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am the motorcycle rescuer, and this is of course Motorcycle Rescuer. Yes, welcome back. Piaggio Fly, that's the one I did an engine swap on a good, I don't know, 8 months ago now. I last saw it in October when, what had happened? I think he dropped it or put it on its side and all the oil went up and into the airbox and stuff, and the wiring pulled on the fuel injector, so it stopped running. It's actually not running now. Now this is a really interesting story. Basically, he got 2 new tyres put on by a mobile mechanic. Bike ran and rode perfectly. The mobile mechanic said to him, I'm going to do some basic checks over this bike, and kind of stripped it down a bit and did some basic checks, and then left and went away. And he said from then it didn't run. Now you can really jump to conclusions there, and you can say that mechanic's disabled this bike. Or it's just an unfortunate circumstance, but I don't know. So I know what checks I'll be doing on that bike. I'll be checking for spark, I'll be checking for fuel, you know, the fuel injector, and we'll be seeing what we can do. But something doesn't sit right with me there. Today, brand new battery in here. If it starts, runs and rides and everything looks normal and okay, then I'll be taking it to MOT. I love the fact that some of you are calling this the forever bike. Has the forever bike gone yet, Charlie? No, it's still here, but if it passes an MOT today, then it would be gone, wouldn't it? It would be finished. So fingers crossed, it starts, it runs, it rides, and it passes MOT. It definitely brakes and does everything else, no issue there. But it needs to be able to do a small distance, actually, doesn't it? And be okay. So battery in, check everything, horns, indicators, everything. Take it up there. I top up the oil a touch because we had the spill after I did the oil change. Get it up there. Pray that it passes an MOT, because I want rid of this bike. I've absolutely had enough of this bike. The frame, the engine's here. You can see the engine a little bit more. It looks okay. I'm happy. It was a bit dull, it was a bit matte for me last week. I feel a bit better now that it's got a bit of shine. Plus, when you start using it, it will show signs of dirt, basically, won't it? It will kind of dirt up a bit, so I'm pleased with that. I have concerns about the frame. I can't see it because there's no light, but remember last week it was bubbling up in places. There's a risk that the top coat could have interacted with the bottom coat, causing flaking and bubbling. Rick, who messages on the channel, who absolutely knows his stuff, said if that's the case, hammerite smooth with a brush. And actually I love hammerite for these kind of projects, but saying that, even in this bad light, I think it looks good. I think it looks good, but I won't know until I pull it out. It definitely bubbled up around here, and I can feel it's not that smooth there, but as long as it's set and secure, I don't mind. What I wanted was one consistent colour. So in a couple of hours, I'm going to be pulling that out, and we're going to be having a good look at it. The key's coming for this at midday after the MOT for that, because I can't do anything with that. And I think Gary is not turning up today. His Bandit's broken down. He wants to do something tomorrow, but I've actually got Dylan and Abdullah coming back tomorrow. Abdullah runs the Aprilia RS125. Dylan has the cb200, and he crashed recently, didn't he? He wants us to have a look over it and make sure it's okay. Right, battery in, basic checks, see if I can get an MOT.
2 hours later.
Sometimes I feel like I'm in a twilight zone. These guys used to work with WK. They know the owners of the company. So actually, and I mean, I was like, look, I've had nothing but trouble with WK for simple brake pads and this and that. But they like the bike. They think it's safe and secure. I mean, I'm shocked. Honestly, it's got no side panel. The tank looks like crap. But they were very happy with the bike. And he said that these frames and these bikes are pretty good. But that's why I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Guys, it passed. I can't believe it. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I promise you, it drives so smoothly. The only slight concern I've got is a slight hesitancy on the revs. They're a bit high and low, which could be something to do with the airbox, could be something to do with the EGR, or it could be something to do with the cable. I have got a cable that I think is better suited for this. I'm going to consider putting that on. There's a slight rattle somewhere down here at the front. I think it's the caliper. I think it... Look, it's that. But by strapping the front brake down for a couple of hours, you'll get any bits of air out. That will take that away. So a couple of bits. Block the EGR valve. He told me to do that as well. I mean, I always do that. He said, Charlie, block the EGR valve off. They never work well. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to change the throttle cable because I do have a good quality one. I just think it makes sense. And I'm going to get it advertised. I'm going to get it up and advertised and out of the way, hopefully. So honestly, the Forever bike has an MOT and can now be sold. And it doesn't look terrible, let's be honest. It's got nice levers, everything's working, and so on. Right, nice smooth ride back home. Hopefully I haven't jinxed myself. Alright guys, we're back. Honestly, it drives so well. I have no concerns about the engine at all, which is rare for me. Rattle in the front. I'm just going to tie the lever down for a few minutes to see if it will take out. We're not trying to take out air on this occasion. What happens when you build calipers and clean them is that you need the caliper to come out a certain amount. So the actual piston needs to come out a certain amount before it's actually set and working properly. So that's what you're trying to achieve. The other thing you could do is take it off, pump the caliper once, squeeze it back on, and you should take away the rattle. And the rattle is this, so it's the body, because it's a floating body, look. So it's that. And there's no way of dealing with that except by press the front brake, crab jab, hold it. Look, see, by pressing the front brake in to the point where it's not. And that don't mean it would be rubbing, that just means it would be close enough to minimise the rattle before it continued. No, that's how it sits, mate. It's got a locator in there, so it doesn't matter. It's located. Yeah, it's past the MOT. Past the MOT. I'm going to get some photos. I'm going to sit down for 20 minutes. I could do with some lunch. And I'm going to get these photos up and out. 650, no offers. Ride it away with a year's MOT. It will be a good practice bike, I think. I'm going to have to be a bit careful with the advert because I don't want to pretend it's the best bike in the world, but I also don't want to undersell it because it's, you know, it's had a new top end, brand new carburettor, the oil's changed, it's had all the work we've done, the exhaust is sealed, it sounds great. The clock is brand new, the levers are probably worth more than everything else on there, you know. Speedo. New light, exactly. You can't always worry. Rabjab's like, is the guy coming to... Basically, someone messaged immediately about the WK. Rabjab goes, is he dodgy? How do I know? Truth is, when you're selling bikes, you can't always worry about the worst. Yes, there's dodgy people out there, but there's many, 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 many reasonable people out there as well. Waiting on the key for this. Can't do anything without a key because we don't know what it's doing. We don't know, is it sparking? Is it shooting fuel? What is going on? No idea. So, yeah. But let's pull out the frame. Let's have a look. I'm going to get it out into the light. And I'm going to see if it's a complete wreck or if it's kind of okay. Let's see. Let's see. What do I think? I don't know. What do you think? It's neat, it's clean. There has been little bits of reaction. Look, one there. That doesn't mean it's loose, it is set. It's not going anywhere. But a tiny bit, but also there's a panel there, you would never see that. Swing arm could have been a bit smoother, but that's more prep than anything else. Remember, it wasn't powder, it wasn't taken back to frame. I think it works. I think it looks really good up here, but the tank hides that. The down bit there that you will see looks really good. Looks really neat, really smooth. I think the bits you're gonna see, Rabjab, it looks good. I can't see anything bugging me. It's one standard colour. There was bubbling up here last week. There it is. But again, it's set. It's solid, so it's not peeling. If it was peeling, I'd have to go down the hammerite route. Again, look, smooth, so smooth. The bits that will be seen, I think it's good. I'm happy, Rabjab. What do you think?
Yep. Start putting some of the wiring in there.
The only thing is the hammerite would smooth out because it's thick. It smooth out, but I'm not too fussed about the smooth.
That's right. That's be covered under the engine.
Yeah.
You do need to change the colour of the engine.
What?
I don't like the spray paint.
I feel better this week. Once the clear is set, Rabjab, I feel better this week. I'm surprised you're... don't you think it will look good, mate?
It should be more like, I don't know, like chrome.
No. I think it'll be fine, Rabjab. Don't you think?
Just put it on now, the engine.
I'm tempted, but I really don't want to scratch things. So when I do it, I'm going to cover this, cover all this, cover the frame. I'm going to cover bits of it. Cover up here, just so that it's, you know, we don't junk it immediately. Basically, put everything back on, make sure all the electrics are good. Like, what's this?
That's your fuse.
That's, oh no, that goes to the battery, does it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's got the battery terminal on it. Or is that a frame earth? Frame earth. I'll have to look at the old video to work that out.
Then we'll tune the engine up.
Yeah, I would like to get the engine in, but I'm nervous. Oh, let's look at the other parts.
Put new carbs in.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's not the smoothest thing in the world, but it's got a coating now. I'm not in desperate need of perfection with this stuff, guys. I want it to be cleaner and rust-free. Same with the engine mounts. Although, again, a bit of hammerite maybe wouldn't have hurt. I'm okay. I'm okay. I think I need to see the before and afters. I think if I can edit a clip, guys, I'm going to go back and show you the before right now, if I can edit this. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm happy. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Still waiting for the key. Bit frustrating at times because, you see, I can assess that bike today and see what it needs. It might need a new fuel injector, it might need a new battery, it might need this or that. And then I can order the parts and we can get rid of it quicker. But if the key don't come till later today, then I'll be assessing it tomorrow. And I guess to an extent I'll still be ordering the parts this week. But well, if it's a loose plug or connector or something, it could be done today. But I would need the key to do it. Right, basic taping off the frame. Alright. The bits here, they've got bubble wrap on them. This bit's here just kind of in case, but the engine shouldn't really touch that bit there. You see, I've just put that on. And I need to keep it clear because I need to know that I'm slotting in. I don't think Rabjab's going to be much help here. He's going to be more hindrance. So I might have to just get the engine over and try and slot it in myself. Because it's kind of going to have to go in at this kind of angle. It was tight. I think it needs to come up from the top and kind of down, slot in and drop in. I think.